What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new movie, Metal Lords. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Okay, this movie is, meh. Other than its frequent abrasive attitude, as far as coming of age goes, Metal Lords is hardly memorable. The comedy is not funny. The friendship redemption story is tepid, and I feel like you can get 10 times more out of re-watching School of Rock all over again instead of this unimpressive generic film. However, I do like the three lead actors. Not sure if they actually play the instruments themselves, but they really sell it to the max. But Metal Lords is not without its very few notable moments. Written by D.B. Weiss and directed by Peter Solid, in Metal Lords, two kids want to start a heavy metal band in a high school where exactly only two kids care about heavy metal. Hunter is a die-hard metal fan who knows his history and can shred. His dream in life is to win at the upcoming Battle of the Bands. He enlists his best friend Kevin to man the drums, but with schoolmates more interested in Justin Bieber than Black Sabbath, finding a bassist is a struggle, until Kevin overhears Emily slaying on her cello. The little motley crew must contend with school, parents, hormones, and teen angst while trying to get along long enough for Skullfucker to win the Battle of the Bands. If the name of the screenwriter rings a bell to you, that's because he's the co-creator of that HBO long-running Game of Thrones series. I know, right? Dragons, ice, and fire are definitely heavy metal. But back to the film, the character Emily, played by British actress Isis Hainsworth, is the reason I stay seated through the end. She has a mouth on her. Her character Emily has this condition in which she would spontaneously burst into uncontrollable anger, and that absolutely amuses me. I mean, you can probably build an entire separate film just focusing on Emily. That's how fascinating she is. Now, when it comes to the dynamics between Jaden and Adrian's characters, it's clear what's happening there. But of course, the film has to out loud explain it to us like we're a bunch of 5-year-olds. Much of that is also a throwback to John Hughes films, though I get the sense that the script wants to convey something deeper about Hunter's insecurity, but it's afraid to dive in and would rather just eventually pull an easy 180 on him. I do give credit to both Jaden and Adrian for their extremely committed performances. It must not be easy to memorize all the names of the bands on the top of your head in one sitting, but both Jaden and Adrian make it look like they live, eat, breathe, and do makeups like heavy metal. Ooh, there are some surprising cameo appearances that will crack you up. Very unexpected, very entertaining. So despite its flaws, this movie does take its intention on being a love letter to heavy metal very seriously. But having said all that, I still feel that Metal Lords should have been a movie in the late 90s or the early 2000s, because now, with the music scene that it is today, Metal Lords is just as much of a misfit as its characters are.